Most people believe motivation is the starting point of success. Psychology shows that belief is exactly what keeps people inconsistent. Motivation is unstable, emotionally dependent, and neurologically short-lived. Discipline, on the other hand, works even when motivation disappears. In this video, we'll explain, from a psychological perspective, why discipline is not harder than motivation, but actually far easier for the human brain to maintain. Welcome to Mind Unlocked. This channel focuses on understanding behavior through psychological systems, not self-help myths. Today's topic addresses a core misunderstanding in human behavior: why people wait to feel ready, and why that approach almost always fails. To understand this, we need to separate emotion-based behavior from system-based behavior. From a clinical and behavioral standpoint, motivation and discipline operate on completely different mechanisms. Motivation is emotion-driven, neurochemically dependent, highly sensitive to stress, mood, and fatigue. Discipline is behaviorally structured, cognitively automated, largely independent of emotional state. The brain prefers predictable patterns over fluctuating emotional signals. That preference is the foundation of discipline. Reason 1. Motivation is neurochemically unstable. Motivation is largely regulated by dopamine, a neurotransmitter linked to anticipation, not effort. Dopamine increases when we imagine reward, we plan future success, we feel inspired. But dopamine decreases during repetition, discomfort, mental resistance. This creates a neurological mismatch. Motivation makes you want to start. It does not biologically support sustained effort. This is why people feel energized before acting and drained once action actually begins. Reason 2. Discipline reduces cognitive strain. A key principle in cognitive psychology is decision fatigue. Every conscious decision consumes mental energy. Motivation-based behavior requires repeated internal negotiation. Should I do this now? Do I feel ready? Maybe later would be better. Discipline removes this entire process. When behavior is pre-decided, the brain does not debate, it executes. Over time, disciplined behavior requires less mental effort, not more. This is why disciplined people appear mentally strong. They are actually conserving cognitive resources. Quick reminder, if this explanation is helping you understand your own behavior more clearly, like the video and subscribe to Mind Unlocked for psychology explained with depth and accuracy. Reason 3. Discipline shifts control from emotion to identity. Psychologically, repeated behavior shapes identity through a process called self-perception. When you act consistently, your brain updates internal beliefs. I am reliable. I act regardless of mood. This behavior is normal for me. Motivation asks, how do I feel right now? Discipline asks, what does someone like me do? Identity-based behavior is significantly more stable than emotion-based behavior. Once behavior becomes part of identity, resistance decreases naturally. Reason 4. Discipline functions in low-energy states. Motivation collapses under stress, fatigue, anxiety, emotional overload. Discipline is designed for exactly these conditions. It relies on habit loops, environmental cues, automatic responses. When a behavior is automated, it bypasses emotional interference. This allows action even when energy, mood, or confidence is low. This is why discipline sustains progress during difficult periods, while motivation disappears. How discipline is actually built. Psychologically accurate. Discipline is not willpower, it is behavioral architecture. Psychologically effective discipline involves 1. Pre-committing decisions in advance. 2. Reducing daily choices. 3. Designing environments that guide behavior. 4. Making actions small, repeatable, and automatic. 5. Anchoring behavior to identity, not emotion. The brain does not resist effort. It resists uncertainty and decision overload. Final psychological insight. Discipline feels difficult at first because it removes emotional negotiation. Motivation feels easy at first because it postpones structure. But the human brain adapts to structure far better than emotional fluctuation. Over time, discipline becomes effortless, while motivation becomes unreliable. If this video helped clarify how discipline truly works in the mind, like, share, and subscribe to Mind Unlocked. Because when your mind is unlocked, self-control stops being a struggle and becomes a system.